What's up, 8th grade? It's Mr. Wilsey here again with another experiment for convection currents and weather. So if you remember from the last video, convection currents and weather are influenced by the nature of fluids like air and water, in the sense that warmer fluids, warm air, warm water, becomes less dense because the particles vibrate faster and move further apart. So air tends to rise and cool air tends to sink, and that can create circular moving convection currents of rising warm air, sinking cold air, rising warm air, moving in a circle. And generally, when you feel the wind, that's what you're feeling. And a lot of ocean currents are created from this phenomenon. Now, you'll notice this if you live on like the third or fourth floor of a building during the winter. When the heater is on, hot air tends to rise and cool air tends to sink. So generally, in the warmest part of a building, if the heat is on, will be the top floor. The cooler part of the building will be the bottom floor. Now, a quick way you can demonstrate this if you have the right supplies at home. Right here, I have just a glass Coke bottle. It's got to be glass, and a nickel. So, and here I've got some water in this cup. So if I get the nickel wet, and then I'm going to put it on top of this bottle so that I make a perfect seal. Nothing can get in or out, and you're going to have to listen closely, and I'm going to be quiet for a second. I'm going to wrap my hands around it, and I want you to observe what happens. I don't know if you saw that or not, but actually the nickel popped up. I'm going to try that again. See if it'll work again. So you got to watch closely. I'll move it a little bit closer to you. If I can zoom in. No, I can't. All right. See that? All right. Now the reason that's happening, and sometimes it can happen a few times, yeah. My hands are warming the glass, which is warming up the air inside of the glass. And warm air tends to rise. Cool air tends to sink, and it's still going. As the warm air heats up, it starts to rise up to the top, and then it tries to push its way out, but it can't because the nickel's in the way. But eventually, the pressure builds up, and it pushes the nickel up out of the way so that the air can escape. Now, if you have your own glass Coke bottle and a nickel at home, you can try this. And again, like with the other experiment, I'll throw this at y'all. Anybody who does this at home, take a picture of it or a video of it with your face in it so I know it's you and not something you found online, and email it to me or post it on Google Classroom or email it to Ms. Herrera, and I will add a cup of ice to the bucket I dump over myself for every person who does this, for both this and the previous experiment. But again, if nobody does it, then I don't have to dump any ice on me. So, all right, y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.